game, you like killed everybody, which was good and bad at the same time. The very last game you played.
The very last game?
You just killed everybody, man.
That was a learning lesson.
Yeah?
Now, versus like Iggy and Yo, I went ham. Those were good. Those were good games. But
this is going to be a great game.
Yeah,
Deezus.
let's talk about this.
All the way from Oklahoma with the Ryu, scoring off against our very own Slaps. Now, Slaps, I think he has some decent Ryu experience, given the fact that we have our very own Ados, who plays pretty consistently at these Shockwaves. Not sure how often they've met up in bracket, but Ados is the kind of guy, super friendly, will play friendlies with pretty much anybody.
Now, this is kind of an interesting matchup. First, we have like Ryu, who's like really dangerous to get close by, and Ike is just dangerous in general. But Ike doesn't have to get too close to Ryu to space out well, so kind of interested how this neutral goes. I've noticed that Slaps is just actually kind of patient in neutral. Like he'll just run around and get that shield grab. Yeah, trying to go for it there, but Ryu's kind of. That should have been
Level 3 focus?
Yeah, Deezus shakes his head. That should have been a
yeah.
kill.
And it's something that I've seen from him a couple of times is he'll get these focus attacks, but the execution, it doesn't always happen the way he would like it to, and he kind of flubs these easy confirms, if you will.
Yeah, easy in the sense that, Ryu has to do these intricate, I wouldn't say intricate inputs, but unique and special compared to the rest of the cast. That's it.
Yeah, you don't have to push a button on a C-stick, is what you're saying, you know?
Right.
Quarter circles.
You can if you really want to with Bidoo.
I guess for sure it's a Z input, right?
Yeah. Well, you can do Z. You can do Z in the air.
Yeah. Somewhere. No, I mean like literally like a Z, like as
like
with
the control stick.
Oh my God! Forget the inputs. He inputted the cheat codes to body this man Slaps there. That was ridiculous.
So, if you realize you've made a big and terrible mistake and you're playing against a Ryu, you have to preemptively SDI.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm playing and I realize, say I throw out an aerial on someone's shield and it's bad. It's a really bad aerial and I know I'm going to get grabbed. I'm already mashing out. Because whatever input I do when I'm mashing out before I get grabbed, there's a 10-frame buffer. So as soon as I get grabbed, that first frame, every button I press in the last 10 frames go into mashing out. Right. So it's the same concept. When you mess up, you start SDIing away from Ryu. So as soon as he hits you with that move, hopefully you can already be SDIing and hopefully not get up tilted to Shoryuken or up tilted and down air.
Right. And Slaps, talking about the stage selection for a second, I think that this is going to really benefit Slaps because of how much range he has with the sword overall. Going to get great coverage on these platforms in case Deezus will be trying to use them to weave in and out.
It also has a higher ceiling. Battlefield has the highest ceiling in the game. It's so funny. People actually are like don't realize what actual blast zones are. So like everyone's been like counterpicking to like Dreamland and to Town and City, but I mean, if you really want to escape like kills off the top, you got to go here. Unless you get caught on the top platform, and then there's no one to save you.
Very true, and no one to save Deezus there. Slaps has done a great job just turning things around entirely here, actually walking away with a stock. If you can keep boxing out Deezus, he's going to be able to, I think, walk away with this game as well. Ryu, one of those characters who I feel is really good when they get in there, but sometimes struggles with the actual approach aspect.
Yeah, and it's good that the character has a weakness. Like, if the character couldn't get boxed out, like he can get boxed out with projectiles, big swords. Ryu's not really that fast. He's a pretty slow character.
Honestly, in this matchup in particular, I think that Ryu has a pretty strong advantage because the focus attack can absorb one hit, and Ike doesn't really have all that many multi-hitting moves from a normal stand.
Right. Normally that's actually good enough, but like Ike can just space his one move to where you couldn't punish it with a focus attack. Now you could absorb it, and that's fine. That's going to be it. He's like, I wonder if that was true.
And a complete reversal here, actually, in this game.
That's great. That means we're going to get an interesting Game 3. I wonder if Deezus is going to make the adapt. It looks like Slaps is settling in pretty nicely.
If you're Slaps, what are you banning?
I mean, probably Town and City.
Yeah. Maybe, I guess no ban there. I thought he would ban Town and City, maybe force the Dreamland pick.
Well, Dreamland doesn't have a shorter ceiling. It's just if you get onto the platform.
Right.
That's why. So like, people are like, "Oh, Dreamland." I'm pretty sure I'm not confusing this with Town and City, but Smashville and FD and Dreamland all have the same top blast zone. I think it's only Town and City that has a actually shorter. I might have them reversed. It might only be that Town and City has the same size as Smashville. I don't know. Chat, can you help me out?
I'm pretty sure that it's Town and City with like the shortest blast zone from the top. But with Dreamland, it's just the position of that top platform in retrospect to the ceiling is really close.
Right, and they bounce that out in on Battlefield, where you do have a higher ceiling, even though you do have these ladder-like platforms that lead up, and you can get crazy combos off of that. But I guess they were just like, Dreamland, in your dreams.
And talking about what you were touching on before, even though we're not seeing those crazy combos, what we're seeing from Slaps is he's just winning these little hits over and over again. And when you're Ike, those little hits, they pay off.
Yeah, Ike barely has any little hits. Maybe like a jab. Even the grab, man, the grab stuff that they gave him, he needed, man. It makes him much, much more viable.
But the World Warrior himself, no slouch, of course. Well, I mean, what does he hit you with that feels okay? It feels like every time Ryu touches you, you just, like, wince in pain.
For the most part, his throws are really mediocre.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad they did not give him, like, a throw kill confirm. That it would be totes over. He would definitely be the best in the game if he had a kill confirm off the grab. Not like he needed more kill confirms, but it just means he couldn't shield.
And as we're seeing in this stock, what Deezus has done so well, just break down the walls that Slaps is setting up, constantly putting the pressure on. Slaps hoping to get around. And still, it's just Slaps just playing at the back foot here. Finally finds the back air. Oh, the focus though into the back air, and this could be it. Gonna come down to this punish.
Up air, interesting. Yeah, Nair really good at creating combos.
Shoryu comes out. Deezus looking for the opportunity to find this final punish. An up tilt, maybe in a down tilt into Shoryu.
I wonder if up throw to up air would combo at this percent. Rage, boys!
Oh, no!
Deezus just feels the rage. He's like, for every time I've killed someone at 60, this is what it feels like to just die to rage.
And Deezus had an amazing run today, of course, from Oklahoma. Actually takes out Austin in his crazy road to get to where he did.
Yeah, that's really impressive. Wait, is Austin out of the tournament?
Austin's out of the tournament.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's smash.
But that,
let's smash for it. I mean, what are you gonna?
And worth noting with Slaps in particular, like it almost came down to that situation where because like Deezus had this one-track mind, he was like, I know exactly what I need to do. Slaps knew that ahead of time. Could just jump over the chicken wing, automatically inputted the winning combination.
Dude, Ike's back air is so strong.
Oh yeah.
So
even in Brawl, like